So, boom. What are you saying, guys? Good evening. It's Friday night. And it's all right. Apprentice is on the TV right now. This can't be live. What's this? Is this a repeat? It's a repeat. They've got to do a TV show. It looks rubbish. But that's The Apprentice. Who watches The Apprentice still? Anyone? I like a bit of Lord Sugar, I can't lie. I like his some of his lines, some of his quips. He's got good one-liners. One that sticks in my mind the most. I think a guy called Tom, he was full of puns. And Lord Sugar said to him once, I don't want to hear your greasy pole story. When I heard that, I was like, greasy pole story, that is. It was so vivid, that phrase. I was like, yeah, I like this guy. You're fired. Anyway, tomorrow, nothing. Rubbish. All rubbish. Chelsea, Everton. That's the early kickoff. Rubbish. No one even gives a rat's. Brighton, West Ham. No one gives a rat's. Newcastle, Ipswich. No jeopardy. Ipswich are down. Newcastle need points. That's about it. It's guaranteed. Southampton, Fulham. Nobody gives a fogging rat's. Wolves, Leicester. Nobody cares. The next day, Manchester United, Bournemouth. There's some jeopardy there because we just want to see Man United lose. So that's interesting. And then Liverpool, Spurs. I mean, I need Spurs to do us a favour and actually get a win. Listen, imagine if Spurs win. If Spurs win, which is highly unlikely, but if Spurs do win, Liverpool's next game is Chelsea away, which I'm banking as a loss. And then after that, they've got Arsenal away. And remember, they only need 1 point. 1 point to secure the team. Then they got Arsenal away. So Arsenal won their games. We won all our games. Yes, we have to. And then we play Liverpool. So Liverpool have lost 2 games in a row. We've clawed 6 points back from what, 13? Puts us on 7. We go and beat Liverpool. That's 4 points. With 6 points remaining. Ooh. Then we got some jeopardy. Obviously, I'm dreaming. I am dreaming because it's highly unlikely Spurs. The best I can see Spurs doing is getting a draw. The best. If you just look at Spurs' form, Jesus Christ. So this is their last 5 games. They beat Southampton 3-1. Frankfurt don't count. So let's look at their league. Their last 5 league games: Fulham 2-0, Chelsea 1-0. They beat Southampton 1-0, 3-1. Then they lose to Wolves 4-2, and Forest 2-1. So in the last 5 games, they've lost 4. Last 6 games, they've lost 4, 1-1. In fact, it's not even 6, it's 5. Lost 4, 1-5. Lost 4, 1-1. That's crazy. In that process as well. Hold on. Their goal difference is now, which is crazy to even say, at +10. That is bonkers in itself because everyone around them have -13, -18, -38, -46, -54. So there's something up because they've also scored 61 goals. That's the 5th most amount of goals in the league. But they've conceded, as you know, 51 because +10. They've conceded, I think, the 6th most goals in the league, which is crazy because Southampton were conceded 78. What's the record? What was last year? Oh my God. I forgot Sheffield United was even in the league. They conceded 104 goals. I'm looking at Southampton thinking 78 goals. These men conceded 106 goals. That has to be the record. The year before that, the most was 78 Leeds, and everyone said Leeds were Mavericks and Cavalier. 84 the year before that. Let's go down to 2010-11. 70 got 78 Blackpool. Jesus Christ. 82 Wolves, and they still ended up with 25 points, more than Southampton. Like this, that's crazy. Let's just do a random year. Aston Villa, I forgot Aston Villa got relegated. 76 goals they conceded, the most in the league, minus 49. What was Arsenal that year? Arsenal finished second to Leicester. Do you remember that? Some of these losses is absolutely, I can't believe what I'm seeing with some of these teams. Some big teams as well, Spurs and Man United. We might as well talk about Man United when I'm here. United, their last 5 Premier League games, Wolves, they lost 1-0. They lost 4-1 to Newcastle. That's 2 games. They drew City. That's 3. So they got a point out of 3. They lost to Nottingham Forest 1-0. They beat Leicester 3-0. And they got a draw against the mighty Arsenal. That is what I'm saying. Look how piss poor it is. And then they managed to get a draw against the Arsenal. They lose to Spurs, draw of Everton, lose to Palace at home, lose to Brighton at home, but they get a draw with Arsenal, and they knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup with another draw. So be it was on penalties. But Jesus Christ, Arsenal, I tell you, Arteta's got blood on his hands with those games. I'm telling you, man. Let me see the lineup against Man United in the FA Cup. The lineup was, well, you know what I mean? It was a strong team, and we still lost at home. Odegaard, Jorginho, Mourinho, that was a piss poor midfield at the time. Mourinho was shocking. Jorginho was crap. And Odegaard can't find his feet. Up front, we had Jesus and Havertz. Perfect. Oh, my days. It was dross. Let me see the stats in that game. It was definitely dross. We had 26 shots on goal to Man United 7. We had 7 on target to their 4. Look at the percentages there. That's crazy. Big chances. Man United had 2. Arsenal had 4. So we had 26 shots and only 4 big chances. Big chances. We missed all 4. So the goal we scored wasn't even meant to be the goal we scored. We had 576 passes compared to Man United's 204. So what I'm saying is that Man United camped out and we couldn't break them down, basically. Expected goals was 3.14 from the Arsenal, 0.27 for United, and we still went out. Every metric is in Arsenal's favour apart from the scoreline. Every single metric, which leads me on to the other point. What is it? Since 2002, no one scored more goals. No one's accumulated more points. No one's conceded the least amount of goals, and the yada, 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 possession passes, and everything. Arteta is number 1 at, other than winning the fucking trophies. He's number 1 for every metric across the board, but no trophy. Jeez Louise, that's damning. I've got 5% left on this thing. I'm going to have to shut it down. The chargers in the bedroom. Baby boys in the bedroom. But what more can I say? Every single metric, Arsenal lead the way. Since 2022, we lead the way. And now we're going to see Liverpool as champions of England because the main metrics don't add up. The main metrics, which is your wins in a season, not a calendar year, not over a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year period. This is not F1. Because in F1, you don't have to be first to win the championship. You have to be the most consistent, which means you can come second a bag of times. And first place, whoever your main challenger is, could come first 8 times and then not get a single point after that. This is not that. This is not F1 where you're just accumulating as much as possible in a weird time frame. Arsenal calendar year, perfect. 2002 to now, perfect. But over a footballing year, a Premier League year, which is from August to May, we can't crack it. We can't crack it. I don't understand. This is very reminiscent of Wenger at one point. Wenger was calendar year champions twice, I think. And he cited that Wenger said we're on the right path. And then obviously we have to sell certain man and then we have to start again. And yeah. But this is why football is really about fine margins. It really is about fine margins. If Arsenal don't draw with Liverpool, if Xhaka doesn't get into a fight with Trent, it doesn't rally the crowd, the Anfield crowd, Liverpool don't score a goal to make it 2-1 and put nerves in it. Arsenal were 2-0 up at Anfield within 30 minutes. Sensational stuff. It was sensational. And we go and fog that up because we rallied the troops up of the Liverpool, of the Anfield Massive by Xhaka stoking the fire. In fact, they stoked his fire and then he stoked their fire even more. He put gasoline on their team and it blew up in our faces. And then we go and draw with West Ham. Then we go and draw with Southampton. So 3 games in a row we can see that league. Fine margins because we haven't got a defender to replace Saliba. Again, Rob Holding wasn't good enough. Fine margins. Season after that, he doesn't buy a striker. He doesn't replace Xhaka really. He finds luck in Havertz playing up front because he was meant to be a centre midfielder stroke number 10. Again, fine margins. He recognises his wrongs or his back was against the wall and he put him up front. And we was on a run. And then again, fine margins. Aston Villa at home. He reverts back to something that doesn't work when he put Kai Havertz back in midfield. Bish, bash, bosh. The league is done. It's all about fine margins. This summer, we didn't buy a striker. We fogged around and we looked at Liverpool. We weren't even looking at Liverpool. Sorry, we looked at Man City and Man City only. And then through the corners of the shade, Arnie, the machine slot, come true in phase 0. Phase 0. Come and took over. We're in phase. We was in phase 5 last season. Now we're in phase 4.5. I don't know how we've gone back, but Arteta says it's 4.5. He says we was never on 5. It was ahead of schedule. Yeah. Okay, cool. But anyway, fine margins. That is football, guys. That is what it's all about. But that's it. I've got no more juice. I've only got 4%. I've got to let you go. Plus, no one's in here. I thought everyone would be in here on a Friday. And it's Friday night. Don't act like you lot are out at the clubs. You lot don't go to the club. You don't go club. Come on, guys. Anyway, love. We'll be back on tomorrow. Crack on and talk about the results that nobody cares about. Love.